Hello, मेरे प्यारे बच्चों. Welcome back to the series. I know, exams are right around the corner and you're all working so hard. So today, we're going to tackle a chapter that I know gives some of you a little bit of trouble, the financial statements of a company. But trust me on this, by the end of our little chat today, you're going to feel so much better about it.
I hear it from so many of you. Sir, this chapter is just so long. There are so many formats to remember, so many new terms. It really can feel like a big, scary monster, can it? And with the exam pressure, yeah, I completely understand.
But what if I told you there's a super simple way to think about it? Let's just forget all the complicated stuff for a second. Just think of it like this. A company's financial statements are, well, they're just the company's annual report card. That's it. If you could remember that one simple idea, the whole chapter just clicks into place. Easy, right?
Okay then, let's dive in. If these statements are a company's report card, what exactly are they reporting on? And who's actually interested in checking these marks? Let's find out.
So let's get the official definition out of the way. Financial statements are just the formal annual reports a company has to prepare. And this report card, it has two main subjects. First, there's the balance sheet. That's like a doctor's health checkup on one specific day. And second, you have the statement of profit and loss, which tells you the story of the company's performance, did they make money or lose money, over the entire year.
So why even bother with this report card? I mean, who cares? Well, a lot of people care. Just like your parents want to see a report card, the owners of the company, the shareholders, they want to see how their business is doing. Then you've got investors, people who are thinking of putting their money into the company. They'll study this report card very carefully. Banks, well, they're not going to give out a big loan without checking the company's marks, right? And of course, the government needs it to see how much tax the company needs to pay. So yeah, it's a pretty important document. All right, let's zoom in on the first part of the report card, the balance sheet. The way I like to think about it is like a photograph, a snapshot. It captures the company's financial health on one single day. Usually that day is March 31st. It tells you exactly where the company stands at that one moment in time.
Now here is the golden rule of accounting, and it's all about the balance sheet. It must always balance. On one side, you have the assets. That's all the stuff the company owns. Its buildings, the cash in the bank, its inventory. On the other side, you have what the company owes. This includes liabilities, like loans from a bank, and equity, which is the money the owners themselves put in. And here's the magic. Both sides have to be perfectly equal. Always. Okay, now I need you to listen to me very, very carefully. Beta, this is important. For your exams, you have to use the official format for the balance sheet given in Schedule 3 of the Companies Act. You can see it on the screen. You have to, and I mean have to, learn this format by heart. Every heading, every subheading. Getting this format right is your ticket to scoring full marks on this question. I really can't say this enough.
Theory is one thing, but confidence, that comes from actually doing it, right? So, enough talk. Let's get our hands dirty and solve a real exam-style problem together, step by step. So are you ready? Grab a pen, grab some paper. Don't just sit there and watch me do it, okay? Do it along with me. That's how you'll really learn it. Cello, let's do this.
Okay, so here's our question, right from your textbook. It's about a company, Dinkar Limited. We've got some details about their share capital. And it looks like one shareholder with 300 shares forgot to pay the final amount due. So our job is to figure out how to show all this properly in the balance sheet.
Now, what's the secret to getting these questions right every single time? You always start with the notes to accounts. Think of this as your official rough work. It's where you show the examiner your calculations. So, as you can see, we first list down the authorized and issued capital. Simple. Then, for the subscribed capital, we split it. We have the 35,700 shares that are fully paid up, and then we have the 300 shares that are not fully paid up. And from that second part, we just subtract the money that wasn't paid. We call that calls in arrears. So that's 300 shares times 2 rupees each, 600 rupees. That's all there is to it.
And for the final step, you're going to love how easy this is. Once you get that final total figure from your notes to accounts, you just take that one number and pop it right into the main balance sheet next to share capital. That's it. All that detailed work in the notes just leads to one clean, simple number in your final answer. See? Not so scary after all, was it? Easy peasy.
All right, so we've done the company's health checkup with the balance sheet. Now, let's move on to its performance over the whole year. This is the second main part of our report card, the statement of profit and loss, or as we call it, the P&L.
So if the balance sheet was a photo,
The P&L is more like a movie. It tells the story of the entire year. It's basically your final exam mark sheet. It shows you all the money the company earned. We call that revenue. And then it subtracts all the money the company spent, which we call expenses. Whatever is left over, well, that's your final result, either a profit or a loss.
And you can remember the whole P&L statement with this super simple three-step mantra. Step 1, add up all your income to get your total revenue. Step 2, add up all your costs to get your total expenses. Things like buying materials, paying salaries. And step 3, just subtract. Total revenue minus total expenses. If the answer is positive, hey, congratulations, you've made a profit.
And you guessed it, just like the balance sheet, the P&L also has its own special official format under Schedule 3. You can see it here. It starts with your revenue, then lists out all the different kinds of expenses. Seriously, learning these two formats, the balance sheet and the P&L, is half the battle won for this chapter.
So, these financial statements, they seem pretty awesome, right? They tell us so much. But just like your school report card doesn't tell your parents that you're an amazing artist or a great friend, a company's report card also misses some really, really important things. So here's the stuff the report card doesn't tell you. It's all based on old prices. If a company bought some land for 1 lakh rupees way back in 1980, the report card still shows it as 1 lakh, even if today it's worth crores of rupees. It can also be a bit biased, because accountants sometimes have to use their own judgment. And most importantly, it totally ignores anything that's not about money. A company could have the happiest, most brilliant employees in the world, but you won't see that in the numbers. And don't forget, by the time we see this report, it's already a few months old.
Okay, we are almost at the finish line. I know you've all been working so hard, so let's just quickly go over a few final tips to make sure you absolutely ace this chapter in your exam. So, you want full marks? Here's the plan. Number 1, memorize the official formats. No excuses. Number 2, always make clear and neat notes to accounts. The examiner actually checks them. 3, practice every single illustration and question in your textbook until you can do it in your sleep. And 4, the most important tip of all. When you're in that exam hall, just take a deep breath, stay calm, and read the question very, very carefully before you even write a single word. And finally, from me to you, I just want to say this. Please believe in yourself. You have put in the hours. You have studied so hard, and you know this stuff. Trust the work you've done. You are prepared. You've totally got this.
And I'll leave you with one last thing to think about. Now that you're an expert on reading a company's report card, which famous company would you want to check out first? Maybe Reliance or Zomato? Perhaps your favorite gaming company? Think about it and let me know. All the very best for your exams. You're going to be brilliant.